Inus, how are you doing there?
Hi, good morning, everybody. Afternoon, Marius. How are you doing there in Australia?
Awesome, man. Just having a great
fantastic.
coffee here and things are good.
Nice afternoon coffee.
Absolutely, yeah.
Also had my coffee this morning. So yeah, happy new day. Hope everyone is doing well. Morning.
Yeah, in Australia, we drink
Stefan.
coffee in the morning, we drink it in the afternoon, we drink at night. Yeah, now, just so you know, yeah, in Australia, we can, at the international airport, you can pay for coffee with your cryptos. You can book your flights with cryptos now. So it's going mainstream. And as soon as these governments start bringing out their CDCs, then, you know, their own government coins, it's going to go rapidly growing. My only concern with these government coins, do you think the population of a country is going to adopt it? I don't think so. So they're going to have to either executive order us or tyrannical, you know, force you to use it. Exactly. It's interesting in that space, you know.
Will that not just replace the fiat, the banking system? Will go over to a cryptocurrency system.
It could, and we just need to see what's going to happen there. But Teresa, this is why it's so valuable what we do at Small Cap Big Gains.
Yes.
We hit it right on the button, you know. We in the gaming, in the NFT, in Metaverse. We just right in front of that trend. And I keep saying it, Teresa, you know, that this is the best time to be alive. The opportunities are everywhere. And those people that have the mental capacity just to work through the bottom of this market now, guys, you are going to make generational wealth. Many people have already, but you're going to make it again. And if you haven't caught that wave, the uptrend, the wave, you just need to stick here with Small Cap Big Gains. You're going to make it.
I think what people don't realize, and I think a lot of new people that come in, everybody always says, I wish I caught the bottom. Well, you now at the bottom. So if you ever want to catch the cryptocurrency market at the bottom, this is it. So there's no better time to get into cryptos than it is now. So I really think that with Small Cap Big Gains, with the coins that is low market cap that gives exponential percentage gains, because I mean, we're not into big market caps like long term where it's the slow movers, but it's the foundational coins. We're into the small ones, shoot up and come back down, shoot up. So it keeps on giving you an entry. You know, take profit, come back and get an entry. Take profit, come back, get an entry. That's the beauty of small cap market cap coins, is that there's a lot of volatility and it can exponentially grow your portfolio if you sell at the right time and you buy back in the box that Inus gives you on the chart. Because he really gives you a buy zone, he gives you TP1, TP2, TP3, he gives you re-entry zone. So if you maybe miss the bottom buy zone, there's a re-entry zone. So it's continuously educating the people on getting the right positions in profit, because there's no worse thing than not taking profits. That's really
and Teresa,
the worst.
You know, I always tell this story, and you've heard it multiple times. And my goodness, Wendy's sitting next to me, my wife. She's going to slap me if I tell the story again, because I'm reminding her how much money I lost. You know, in 1999, I went to New Zealand. Then in New Zealand, in the year 2000 till about 2009, I owned the New Zealand largest computer store. And while I was operating the store, it was a combination of Apple and Microsoft, the only one in the world that was allowed to operate like that. We even had Steve Jobs in our store. And I had one of the first, if not the first, iPhone in New Zealand. Now, what I did is a part of my contract with Apple was that they gave me an enormous amount of shares. Okay, so
this is gonna live with you forever.
Forever.
Haunting it.
Now, guys, those shares today, to give you an idea, is worth, if I kept it and never sold it, it's worth $68 million US as of today. 68 million. Now, what I did, the mistake I did while I was holding the computer store and running it, I got all these shares. And when the dot-com bubble came and it started dropping, and as soon as my stocks, now believe it or not, guys, it dropped below $1. As soon as I saw that, Teresa, I sold all my shares.
At the bottom.
And guess what? I didn't need that money. I just sold it. So what did I do with the profit? The money, well, not really profit. I sold it. I went and bought coffee, food, spend it. $68 million. Now, what I'm
Instead of
saying to
going
people
back
here
into
now,
it, right?
yes, instead of buying the bottom, guys, what are we seeing here? We're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. And then, Teresa, people quibble about, oh, the market dropped 10%. Oh, the market dropped another 5%. What if I kept that $1 and the coin dropped to 80 cents, 60 cents? I think it dropped as low as about 65. What if I bought more? Guys, the crypto market is not going to go away. It's like the internet. It's like the Microsoft software. Imagine if you had Windows 95 and you can buy these things. Just be a little bit bold, buy it. If the market goes down, you buy more, and you just add and add and add without giving financial advice. So with that said, guys, what I'm going to do is, for all those people that are listening here now, for all the new people, guys, if you haven't done it yet, go to BitcoinTAF.com. We've been going now since 2016. We are the world's longest, oldest cryptocurrency subscriber base. We provide training, education. We're going to give you the real deal. You don't have to go on YouTube and watch 100 videos every day to get an idea what the market is going to do. You can get the small cap big gains reports. So what you do is you go here to products. We've got a really great special here for you. What you need to do is to go here. You can see here are 6 products that I'm showing here. This one here is the long-term trade reports. These are the reports that I provide. To get a 1-year subscription is $740. Guess what, guys? Today, you can get that subscription, my full subscription of $740 for $200. When you buy a small cap big gains report for a 12-month membership, you're only going to pay $200. That will give you a whole year of access. You're going to know what the market is going to do. I'm going to shortly show you what you are going to see. So this Fantasy 12 combo is a really great deal. You can also go here if you just want the small cap big gains report. Go and get yourself a 1-year subscription. Guys, don't be afraid. Jump in, do it, get going. I'm going to show you now here what Bitcoin is about to do. Now, the other thing is if you haven't signed up yet, go and sign up, get an affiliate link from somebody. That's the only way that you can get in, okay? So once you're signed up in the business, you are going to see this back office here. Okay, now this back office here is going to show you your name on the top left there. Then here is your subscriptions, right there where my mouse is now. Then if you move to the right-hand side, very important, here's your calendar. That calendar is going to show you all these events. This event that you are on now, there it is. The Friday event that's coming, there it is. You need to attend those events because we give a lot of info out. Guys, instead of you watching 100 YouTube videos and wasting your time, you know, we've been going for a long time. Nobody can beat what we can do. We can predict the market. It's like seeing in the future. People sometimes call us the Nostradamus of cryptos. And I'm going to show you why. When you go here to Bitcoin, I'm going to show you what Bitcoin is going to do to a credible extent. Now, I cannot show you everything because, you know, most of that data is really for subscribers. But if you get our reports, you'll get all the data. It's going to show you where the high is. We're going to show you where to get out. Guess what, guys? There's a high point coming at some point. What I can tell you here, guys, for all those people that have done the effort to get on this call, the market bottomed, the market is going to bottom, and then we're going to have a spike. Okay, just for now that you know. So with confidence, you can buy. We believe that the market has the ability to come down slightly, maybe drop you into about 36. That will be the low, the last low for the time being. Then it's going to go up. You can see what I show here. Okay. Now, if you want to know what happens here, you really need to get the reports. Get your small cap big gains report today. Don't wait. Now, what you will get is when we provide these reports to you, I'm going to show you what a long-term trade report looks like. A long-term trade reports is, for example, this one that we did in 4 May. I'm showing you one about a year ago. So you can expect a report like this, similar to small cap big gains. Now, small cap big gains provides a report that looks like 10 times better than mine. I really want to copy them, but I don't think they're going to allow me to do it. It's a beautiful report, great content. So we give an idea of what the market is going to do, but more important, I want to show you here. Nobody else in the world has got this. It's called the Bayesian algorithm model. I work in the oil and gas industry, and I have been in the industry for a long time. Make a long story short, I developed an algorithm that is used in the industry to ascertain if a company that's going to drill for drilling and completions for oil and gas, if they can have a fatality, a near miss or incident. This algorithm is based on historical data and it's quite accurate. Now, we took the same data and went back in Bitcoin and said, okay, right, what can Bitcoin do? If Bitcoin did this in the past, what is it going to do? And here's a typical example that we were here on the bottom at Ethereum 18400 last year, January, February, March. And then we showed that this is going to go up. We can have a drop here. It's going to go up. We can have another drop. And then, guys, we're going to break 2000. Now, if you can recall back, it was nearly impossible for Ethereum to break 2000, but we came back to our members and said, guys, just buy on this drop, buy. Similar to what I'm telling you now and what small caps is telling you now. This is the bottom, guys, buy, get into it. And then what happened is, remember what we had that spike, and that spike went, we said that the market will go up to about 4,300, 4,500, and then exit. But we also said that Bitcoin is going to hit about 67. And remember, it touched 67, dropped, and then it went and touched 69. Now, for example, if we look at Bitcoin, we also provide these kind of reports here, which are the gamma statistics. It will show you what the market is doing and what it's supposed to do. Here on the bottom, what Bitcoin is doing, what it's supposed to do. And there was that drop, and there's that drop, and then a top, and then a drop. Now, I'm just going to do one more year. There's the report of Bitcoin about a year ago where we said that is an important high, the 68.69, and at that point we should take some profit. And then the Ethereum analysis was that we're going to break into about 4.5. See there? Now look at this, guys. We predicted it how far ahead of time? Imagine if you had this data. We said it's going to pull back, it's going to go slightly up, and then it's going to break upwards here into this target, the high of 4.5, and then it's going to drop. Imagine if you had this data. And there we go. We said it's going to go upwards to that 0.4, 4.5, just above that 3,999. And look what we showed. We showed it's going to drop. So this data together with a small cap big gains, and Inus is going to come on now and show you two extraordinary coins that we believe is going to shatter the market. You just need to be patient. So Inus, I've taken a lot of the time here. Over to you. Thank you.
Hi, thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome. It's always a privilege bringing all these calls with Marius and our team. So that's fantastic. I'm going to share my screen quickly. And today, I want to speak about a little bit about the gaming sector. So the gaming sector is really a hot topic in cryptos as well. And most of everyone that is in cryptos would have known that Microsoft bought Blizzard for a few $1 billion back in January. So they see this whole gaming sector, the Metaverse, how this is going to expand in the future. And these big companies are really positioning themselves for what is going to come in the next few years. So looking at that, one of the games, what is a hot topic in cryptos is Axie Infinity. And this is actually a coin that is currently part of our small cap big gains report as well. So I've made minor adjustments to the targets. But what I do like about not only looking at the technicals of a coin, I do want to know what is actually behind the game or behind the technicals. What's the fundamentals of the game as well? So you can see these guys are really, it's a very interesting website, how they do it, how the play to earn era really works as well. And if you look at, okay, so there's a second step. If you want to play, you can play the game, you can earn money in the game as well. These are these little characters that you use. It's it's very interesting, Marius, and it's not like the Call of Duties that we used to play maybe back in the day. So it's very it's catchy. They've got millions of users playing this game on a daily basis. You can build up your little character, sell it, and build up. But I'll show you these interesting scenarios that you can actually do to really earn money in it. And I've heard that if you do take this on a daily basis, there's some people that earn $300 to $400 as a minimum. And in some countries, that is really entry level pay for some people. That's really fascinating. The nice thing about Axie also is you can stake it. You can earn a 74% APR. So that's really good. So the coin setup, everyone were talking about gaming when Axie went in this parabolic phase from a low to a high of, what is that, 102,000% in really 2 years. So we can see the strength of a market when it really gets adoption and people buy into that whole future of what gaming is going to be, because they've got a use case already. People need to buy, they need to play. You need to pay $300-400 per character as a start, and you need 3 of these characters. So there's already a very good use case. So this coin went up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, and now it's been in a consolidation downwards, call it a massive falling wedge consolidation area, where you can perhaps say that is maybe a 1, that's your 2, your 3, and your 4. And now we're just waiting on that last final breakout before we can go up to higher targets. So if you zoom in a little bit, this may play out. Part of my analysis, I use time zones and pivots. So the next key date for Axie to watch is the 5th of April to the 17th of April. So it may very well still remain into this trend. Above the support level is very critical to remain there. So this is a coin that I do believe has got a great setup for maybe the next few weeks to play out. As soon as anytime we can break this key resistance level, we can see it's been resistance in the past for a very few times, but the lower structure of the support has held, and we are now tracking sideways, ready for a move to come. So as soon as we can break out this resistance, that can be a good setup with targets up to T4 of 72%. But if you want to know where the coin is going to go next, get that subscription on small caps. This is a coin that I'll definitely be tracking in the next few months, which has good setups. And then the next phase that really goes part of Axie Infinity is that you earn these smooth love potions that you can actually sell in the game. So you breed these rare Axies, they say, and you can stake it, and you sell the smooth love potion. So smooth love potion is the next token, and that was listed just the other day. Currently ranked 319 on CoinMarketCap. They've got decent trading volume on a daily basis. And my whole story is, if Axie Infinity is going to have a proper breakout, then Smooth Love Potion will also follow. So it's very much a similar setup. The gains has been really good since it came live. It was $300, and now we're in a downwards falling wedge. And these are the critical levels. So once we can just get that break, very similar to an Axie, these two will go hand in hand. My target, really, these are upper extreme targets. But if you can get to a T4, which is in the broader base part of this falling parallel channel, that can be a good 45% as well. Maybe a little bit of a stab through to T5. So this, as a coin setups, looks promising for me. So look at them, study these charts, put those resistance and the support lines in, and just dollar cost average when you want to make sure that you get a positive trade. Also wait for the breakout, the retest, and then ladder into your positions for the higher moves. And then I've got something that I want to show just for tomorrow. So come back, I will just show you on this one quickly. It's the Brave browser, and we all know Brave browser is the basic Ascension token. And this coin setup I will show you guys tomorrow. So come back, bring a friend, and I'll discuss that a little bit more in detail. These were the two coins that we had yesterday, Haven Protocol. So Haven has already reached the first target, doing a slight retrace at the moment. Any entry level about $3 could be a good entry zone again. Also, there's a key pivotal date on the 17th, which is in 2 days. And then on Origin, we already hit T2. So that was a great setup as well. If we can hover around these ranges, you can see we're getting into the slightly overbought levels. So the momentum is still on its side. So we can remain here, maybe a slight little pullback, but the T3 up to that level of 54 cents really looks promising. So that was just the trades from yesterday as well. So as Marius mentioned, we had a look at the blogs. Today's video will also be loaded up here, like this one for yesterday. Share it with your friends and families. Let them come into small caps. This is really the most exciting time to be in cryptos at the moment. And you can get your Fantasy 12 and your Fantasy 6 combos right here. If you want to just get your normal memberships, it starts off at $75, $117. Then we also have a promo code that you can use just for 10% off. You use that fantasy promo code.
Yeah, so there is a combo, 6 months, 12 months combo with the long-term trade report, or there's a 10% discount on the 6 months or on the 12 months, only small cap big gains. So you can use the fantasy code only on the 6 months or the 12-month subscription, or you either take the combo with Marius's long-term trade reports, the fantasy combos. So yeah.
Absolutely. But Inus, those 2 calls that you did yesterday, they were spot on, really good. I mean, and I can see some really good movement there. Now, remember, if Bitcoin drops slightly, let's say to about 36, it may put pressure on a lot of the coins. But then what's going to happen, guys, it'll give you the opportunity to get into the market. And then you're going to see these targets that Inus has shown here, like Haven Protocol. I reckon that 265 is not far away. It's really not, 265%. So yeah, that's fantastic.
But that's very similar setup. You can see that little falling wedges, and on the Axie Infinity and Smooth Love Potion, it's obviously a much broader range. But when we get to this pinch at the bottom, and that was also a key date for the 14th, which was yesterday, there we get the breakout. So that's fantastic. We know the key dates that we have for Axie and Smooth Love Potion. So sometimes you just need to have the patience in it. And that's part of the game in cryptos, but you need to position yourself right, because you will never know when that all of a sudden that 10, 20, 30% spike is going to come. Just protect your risk, because at the end of the day, protecting your capital is the most important in this game as well. So yes.
You see, the entire cryptocurrency market is really poised to break out, guys. This is what we need to understand. When I sold my Apple shares, I will never, ever live that down. And that's why I decided, with these cryptos, it's the next big thing. Many people are going to miss it. There's the report. Beautiful report.
Okay, so this is an old report. So our new one looks even way better.
So there's the, awesome.
Some portfolio distribution. We have the charts.
But just stop there quickly, Teresa. What I'm just looking at that one there. Look at the buy zones that Inus is giving. Buy there.
Buy on ladder in zone and re-entry zone. Perfect.
Perfect. And some of those were just really, really accurate, Inus, where you had it so low that I actually even thought, I said, what is wrong with this guy? And you were so accurate.
And if you just pause there, Teresa, we like giving a nice explanation about the coin, the fundamentals. We update the coin market ranking on a weekly basis, the market cap at the bottom. So you can see the full market cap or the volume traded in that coin with the chart analysis and a small risk indicator regarding that coin setup as well. So our product is really just improving as we go along. We had a nice rebranding in September, and now again on our 1-year anniversary. So there's still many more exciting things that we've got planned for small cap gains.
It looks really good. Fantastic.
Yeah,
guys.
we've got pre-built portfolios now as well. DGen portfolios that you can copy and trade. Every second week it's updated. So I think that also guides the people on, if they're afraid to build up a portfolio, it gives them guidance on how to set up a portfolio. Perfect.
Yeah. And the difference, Inus, between my long-term trade reports and small cap big gains, am I correct if I say that my long-term trade reports are 30, 60, 90 days, even 6 months? I show where we get in on the bottom of a big cycle, and then where we're going to get out on a big cycle. And then your reports are kind of like, they can make, like what you showed here now. If we got in yesterday, we could have made 30%. So it's a 1-day trade, 2 weeks, 14 days, 30 days. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you roll over your money constantly. And this is what I said, Inus, if people come in here for a home-based business, start trading cryptocurrencies full-time, guys. In 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, this opportunity will be gone. You don't want to be 7 years later and say to yourself, I wish I got into the internet in 1975. Guys, I tell you now, trade full time.
Yeah, the
Create
market
multiple
will
streams of
mature. The market will mature in the next few years, as you say, Marius, 7, 8, 9 years, and we won't have these volatility that we've seen at the moment, which is a good thing because it means adoption in the world. But being in the market now is where you can make those 2, 3, 400, 100 and 2,000% that you see in Axie Infinity. So that the hype is very much there at the moment.
So guys, when you log in and you get your small cap big gains report or long-term trade or any other subscription, BitcoinTAF, what happens is you're going to click here under your subscription share. We've made it really easy. There's a phone app coming out soon that will send you notifications as soon as Inus uploads a document, it'll warn you. And you quickly just get the report, you scan through it, you know exactly what's happening real time. But when you click here on view, you're going to have a button that says home, blog. There's all the blog posts that Inus is talking about, the private blog posts for small cap big gains. You can have your Telegram. You can join Telegram. There's a private channel there, which nobody has got access to, only subscribers, all the private data. And what we haven't said yet, Inus, is that you post certain trades in that channel. When you get a good coin, it goes up there, like instantly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's always live, guys.
Always looking at the market to see what's good coin setups besides the 11 coins that we do cover in the report. Any good trade setups we'll also post into that channel.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got events here, documents and videos. Now, when we finish a video, there's a little bit of training videos there. There's if you click on that, it'll show you some training. There's a bit of weekly webinars, freebies, open day. But more important, guys, here's your events as well. When you go to events will show you. I think there's an event Wednesday, tomorrow night, and that event will show you. And then more important, your documents. If you go here on your mobile phone or iPad or anything, you can simply go and click and say, let's say if I view that one, then this will come up like this. And you can quickly scroll through it. And these are the coins. So it's just really remarkable, guys. Now, Inus, you are doing this full-time or part-time?
Full-time. Full-time.
Okay.
Always did it part-time, Marius. Started in cryptos as most people really in the 2017-18 cycle. Everything was fantastic until I found back in the day when it was Python signals. And also just an ordinary member as everyone else. Learned technical analysis and now since September doing it all full-time. So loving what I'm doing.
There you go.
This is an opportunity for everyone really to get into a market or get into a full-time trading career.
Exactly. And this is why it's so going so wild, for example, in Nigeria, where people, I heard it the other day, where when they earn $50 US, that's almost about the salary of people for a whole month. I was shocked to hear that. And these people live where Port Harcourt is, just a little bit up in a place called Aba, ABA, I believe, or Abu. And in those outskirts, $50 Inus buys them a whole month's worth of food, living quarters. It's incredible. So now we in the Western world, remember, you're not just going to make $50. You're going to make $50 every single day. And if you invested $1,000 yesterday, bought these coins, you could be up $100, $200, $300. Guys, the best time to be alive is now. You don't want your money in us to sit in a bank account. I mean, if you look at inflation now, 7, 8%, you've already lost 8% in the last 6 months. So if you had 100,000 in your bank account and you would have lost. So start diversifying your portfolios and we can help you with that. It's like Teresa also said with the portfolio, the stuff that we can do and help you. Yeah. Okay, that's about what I wanted to say, unless you've got anything more to say.
Well, you're talking about inflation, Marius. That 7 or 8% is only what they announce. We know it is a lot more than that.
Exactly.
They exclude a lot of other things. If you just look at normal grocery shopping, things has really doubled in the last year. Look at electricity prices. They're talking about 20, 30% increases over the last few years here in South Africa as well.
I want to tell you a story. When I was about 5, 6, 7 years old, living in South Africa, a bread cost at that time $1.20, R1.20. Okay. And then there was a new article that came out in a book called, I think they called it The Huisgenoot. And in that haste for it, they said, oh, is it still going? Okay. Now they said, now this was way back in 1970, 80. And they said, look, they've calculated that in the year 2000, you're going to pay 30 Rand for one bread. And I looked at that as a young kid. And I said to myself, it's impossible because I couldn't understand that concept. But little did I know that I'll get one day in the financial markets. And this is the principle, guys, that you need to understand, is that if you leave your money in the bank account and don't trade cryptos, you are losing money. You need to get in, guys. We're not trying here to convince you, but man, this is on top of my heart. You know, is to help people. We need to get people in.
You mentioned in the beginning about your Apple shares being for $1.
Thanks for the reminder.
I looked at a report just the other day. If you had put $1 into gold in 2010, your value would have been maybe, I think it was 1,900 or odd. I can't remember that exact, but wasn't a lot. Yeah. If you had put $1 in Bitcoin in 2010, that would have been over $54 million. And that just shows what $1 can do. So we know Bitcoin is the grandfather of cryptos, and we find the stability and momentum from Bitcoin. But yeah, it sometimes just shows what $1 can do.
Okay, so just to sum up here, thank you very much for that, Inus. I'm just going to close down for us here. So guys, if you look at my screen here now today, it is possible that the market can come down and hit this target here. Don't fret. Don't be scared. Don't run for the hills. Don't jump in your pool and stay under the water. What you need to do here, guys, is to get in and buy the bottom. Some coins may have a bit of an opportunity for you to get in. I'm telling you now, you know, I was famous for calling the 2017 high. Only person in the world that we know of. Everybody says they did, but they can't produce any evidence. We distinctively told our members, guys, get out at 19,500. All my members got out. Then we were famous for calling the bottom on the exact date, 18 December 2018. We said that's the low. Now here today, it's a little bit more difficult. There's a low, there's a low, there's a low, and the market is staying on the bottom. But I'm telling you now that this is not going to go lower. I'm putting my own name on this. This is not going to go lower. It's not going to go lower than this. What's going to happen is the market is going to turn around here. It's going to come back up. It's going to have a bit of resistance, and then we're going to have a vertical breakout that will defy. It's going to defy technical analysis. And you saw now that Inus has got it correct. How you do it, Inus, is remarkable. Thank you. So guys, thank you very much for this call. We will upload this video, and thank you, Inus, and thank you, Teresa, for being on the call. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Awesome, guys.
Keep well. See you tomorrow. Bring a friend.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Keep well. Bye.
Bye.
There has never been a better or more critical time to become a member. Make the move now to small cap big gains. Your portfolio will thank you for it.